Din, 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 din. Hello, boils and ghouls. It's your old pal, John Kassir, the voice of the Crypt Keeper. And listen, kiddies, you are entering Cinema Chop Shop.
The Cinema Chop Shop.
What's going on, everybody? It's David from the 80s, and you're now entering the Cinema Chop Shop, so park your ass right there. And while you're there, don't forget to hit the like, the share, and the subscribe button. And today, I'm here to review The Platform 2, which is on Netflix. Now, if you guys are not familiar with The Platform 1, I would definitely recommend watching that movie. It is basically, these two movies are kind of one and the same. It's a movie about these people that are every month they're rerouted on this platform. And depending on what level they are, depends on their likelihood of getting food. This platform is from one floor all the way to 333, and basically as it goes down, people take food and get what they want, and supposedly the food is supposed to be enough to make it all the way down to the ground level. Now, obviously, this doesn't happen because people get greedy, arguments happen, and basically wars are fought, especially in this one. This movie kind of goes a little bit more into the lore and the idea and concept of the structuring of things. Because when you watch the first one isn't really structured at all. It's really just them arguing and trying to figure it out. And it's kind of like a free-for-all. Whatever you can get is whatever you can get. This one is a little bit more structured, and then it kind of shows how that structure starts to slip into anarchy, which is a cool concept. And it has great characters, and it's interesting, but at the same time, I feel like it's missing something. It's missing a soul. It's missing its own identity. I feel like every sequel should kind of live in its own world. This movie doesn't really do that, and also doesn't feel like it adds much to the platform universe. You know what I mean? And honestly, I'm going to warn you now, you should definitely watch the Platform 1 before you watch this movie. Why? This movie is technically like a quasi-sequel. No, a quasi-prequel. Apologies. And in order to understand it, I feel like you should watch the Platform 1 fresh, and I feel like it'll transition better into watching this movie. But other than that, I also want to take gripe with the CGI. There's a couple of shots of CGI that look really, really bad, but then there's some CGI shots that look really cool. Like there's parts where things are descending in the platform, and it's like this really far away shot, and it's looking down at it. I feel like that was a really great visual. But then there's other things where it's like a close-up of things falling down, and they just look really, really bad. You know, so it just really depends on what you're looking at. There's also some CGI blood splatter that also looks a little bit nyeh. You know, it's just certain things that I felt like they could have done a little bit better. The story in this movie is lacking. Like I was watching it, I enjoyed watching it. I was paying attention, but at the same time, I just feel like this movie was missing something. Like it kind of was like all over the place and didn't really have like a real in-tune direction. I can't really put my finger on it, but that's the easiest way that I can define it. Also, this movie has like these metaphoric like scenes where you're trying to decipher whether it's reality or if it's not reality. And I ain't got time for that, man. You need to just tell me what the hell is going on here. I don't have time to sit here and try to decipher these scenery scenes. Just kind of, this ain't the type of movie where I want to try to guess what the hell it is you're trying to tell me. You should just kind of come out and say, this is what this is, you know? But again, I have fun with it, but at the same time, it's nothing too grand. It's nothing too extravagant. The leads in this movie, they're not as compelling as the leads from the first movie. They're interesting. I'll give them that much. But at the same time, the characters that you're kind of interested in, they don't really last too long, you know, and that sucks because you kind of begin to care about these characters. You begin to kind of like really, really just feel for the characters, and you go through different sets of people, and I really feel like it does it an injustice because you don't get that real authentic time to sit with that character from beginning to end. There's one character you follow definitely from beginning to end, but all the characters that they interact with, like, you don't have that second strong lead that's supposed to like help the main character like carry the damn movie. You have a antagonist that's not really introduced until like the middle of the movie. And honestly, the concept behind the antagonist is kind of played out. It's kind of been done before. And it's kind of stupid, right? Because the antagonist is completely vulnerable. When you really think about it, they are completely vulnerable to the situation. And really, it's just their words that are kind of keeping them alive, right? Because their words hold power, but them physically, their power isn't really apparent, you know. Is it a worthy sequel? Not really. I feel like they could have did something different with this. It's entertaining, something to watch, but at the same time, I kind of felt like they should. If this is a sequel, then I'm just gonna stick with the original because this sequel doesn't really feel like it adds much to it. But anyway, that's my review. Let me know if you agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. Drop it in the comment section down below. And you are now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop. Hope you guys are having a great day. And adios, homies.
I want to play a game. Subscribe now. The choice is yours. You're now exiting the Cinema Chop Shop.